This is ESCUnited. I am David, and today I am with Theodor Andrei.
Hello.
Hello. Well, we are in Moldova.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Why are you here?
So I've been invited to sing in the national final from Moldova, and I'm really excited about it. I've had the sound check earlier today, and the sound is great. I'm really looking forward to seeing who will win this.
You're already getting ready to see who you're gonna compete in.
No, you can say that, but I don't really believe in competition.
Oh.
I think, well, actually, it is in fact a competition, but I certainly want to look at it in another way. I see Eurovision as a holiday of music.
A holiday?
Yeah. Because I mean, okay, so every year a specific number of countries come in there and compete and try to be amazing in their own way and catch as many votes as they can. But I think, in fact, the most cool part about it is that different cultures collide in the same point. So you can see how Denmark is, how Finland acts, and there are lots of parties and events and we can share experiences and make great memories with it. So it is a battle of music, and it's geopolitical influenced in every year. But I really do believe that we should choose music over pride.
But from what I've seen and heard, you are actually going for first place.
Everyone's going for the first place. what is the point of? But so yeah, Eurovision was my childhood dream somehow. So I watched earlier editions of the national finals and the international finals with my parents when I was little, and since that moment I've had this dream of being the first Romanian to win the Eurovision, and I really do believe in it. I'm the youngest ever Romanian contestant in this thing. And I really do believe in my chances. The song I wrote along with my friends Mihai Jahel, Luca Demeso, and Luca Odețeanu presents us a fusion in between 5 different musical genres that might seem not to work together out of context, but put in the song, they make a lot of sense because there are elements from rock, blues, hip hop, R&B, and pop influenced elements. And I really do believe that the combination in between this genre fusion and the whole message regarding this battle in between logical decisions and emotional feelings, this battle in between passion and safety, and this necessary evil to which you come back every once in a while, even though you know it damages you long term. So it's a side of this whole generic love subject that hasn't been really put in the light before. So I really do believe that we can touch that evergreen thing I talked about in most of my interviews, because I don't want to be just a name in the list of the participating countries. I want to make something that will really stand out, and not just musically, something that will be the complete package, something that you would enjoy years later and still think, Romania 2023.
We remember that.
Those guys.
So when you say it like that, is it gonna be different in Liverpool from Bucharest?
So the whole concept, like the message we're trying to give the audience, remains the same. But the realization, the staging, and some other things regarding this whole viewer point have suffered some changes, yes. The whole point is making it better and better every time. So in the show I've made for the national final, it was 100% my ideas, my concept, my staging things I made coming from this theatrical world I made. because I'm first of all a musician and then an actor in Bucharest, and we have the teen stage at Teatrul de Animație Țăndărică, like the animation theater from Bucharest, with my acting group Victory of Art, and we have shows every week.
Wow.
Every week, yeah, different shows. We have like a Midsummer Night's Dream written by Shakespeare with Brainstorm, which is like a play from 2013.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a cool combination, and preparing those characters you're about to play, you find out so many things about yourself that you didn't know. So like for example, I was preparing myself to be Augustus Waters in The Fault in Our Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the play version, not the movie script. And so his story is that he had osteosarcoma, which is like some sort of cancer to the bones, bone cancer, and he made it through. He lived, and he cut his left foot, and the whole thing was gone. He was safe and okay and healthy, but he was going through different groups in churches and listening to a specific music and living on the edge every single second of your life, knowing you're 100% gonna die, but you don't even know the second, you don't know when. It's a whole different, it's a whole other perspective to life than we two have. So I've tried my best to come up with the exact ideas to feel that tension. So I started going to the same type of groups, started listening to mostly religious music, which I wasn't really into before. So it's like discovering,
living on the edge.
Yeah, discovering things about yourself. And this whole church thing I was learning about at that time really helped me, because I found out that there are so many religions, and we believe in different things, but there is something above us that makes some decisions, you know.
You can almost say it the same thing with Eurovision as well.
Yes. Yes. And another example, I was preparing myself for a role in The Lower Depths, a Russian play written by Maxim Gorky, in which it was a play regarding this whole subject of the lower depths of the society and the people living on the streets and their mentality, their personality, and the stories, backstories. So regarding this, I was preparing myself to go through this type of metaphor, this type of treatment from the people. So I had my clothes wet with alcohol, so the smell was another one. I'm not saying this as making fun of that part of the society, because I'm trying to be inclusive. That's
to be part of all kinds of things.
Yes, because I really do believe that love is the answer to all of the questions, every single question. So, but I'm gonna come back to this later. So I was preparing myself to get the exact reactions when you ask for some money, and how does that person watch you? What does he think about you? Knowing that he doesn't know anything about your story, he doesn't know how did you come to that place in your life when you have to ask, because otherwise you're not gonna eat, you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a specific world, this theatrical world, and I absolutely love it. But understanding these rules, these methods in acting, you kind of build your own character in another way. So I had this moment in the national final in which I tried to put some metaphors. Have you watched the moment?
I don't think so, no.
So there were some interesting things. I was first up dressed like a nerd with a shirt and a tie, and I was sitting writing on a book some ideas, and there were almost naked girls surrounding me. Oh,
because it's so hard to understand what go on, because like you say, you have so many genres in the song, you talk about so much and everything, and even in that staging as well, there so much goes on and everything changes so fast, and from starting as a nerd, as you say, to then have make love no war as well, like so much go on. Do you think people can understand that in 3 minutes?
Well, I think the concept is really easy to understand. Maybe the way I chose to portray it wasn't the exact right way for Eurovision. But I did exactly as I thought at the moment. So there were two undressing moments. One in which the girls take off the shirt of me, and one in which the boys take off the other shirt. And underneath there's my chest with the writing "Make Love Not War," which I chose for 4 reasons. First of all, because this is the message of the song, this war in love, and it suits the song really well. Second of all, because of the situation we have in the world right now.
There it is.
And but not in give me votes, I'm supporting this way.
No, because don't you worry that maybe when people will, if you do that in Liverpool as well, I don't know if you will or not, but for example, if you do it, don't you think people would think maybe he's just asking for some pity votes or something, give me attention? Or do you think about what others maybe think if you want to, show yourself from everyone else?
I really do believe that people make the difference when something is sincere and something is not sincere. I believe that music should be written from the heart, and its ending point should be another person's heart. So I didn't choose to write on my chest "Make Love Not War" just to get some attention. I chose to do it because I really think people need to hear this. I really think this is the message that our generation has the responsibility to share regarding taking in attention the fact that these things, these awful things that happen in the world, really do happen.
They do.
So it actually is a problem. It's not like making an article or some filling the news section in a TV show.
Oh no, because I'm just thinking he sounds like someone who wants to make something new, something no one has ever done before.
Yeah.
But saying "Make Love No War" just seems like very often done.
Yeah, because even in music, what goes around comes around. So the whole music from the '60s, the blues, the soul, the beginnings of R&B are now coming back. This is a whole circle.
So you think new genres are returning?
Yes, and the "Make Love Not War" is a quote of John Lennon of the Beatles, which is a representative figure for Liverpool. That's another reason. That's another reason why I chose to make this whole circular thing. Plus, there was a sign language moment, which I didn't want to put up front, so it would be that was made just for the votes, that was made just for attention. It was something which I really made and put into with my choreographer Diana Colea, thinking that people should understand the message in every way they want to understand the message. Because I think people understand music in the exact same amount that music understands them. So I thought that some people really need to understand the music in this particular way. I don't want to exclude anyone from this song of mine that I really do believe in. Because as I said, love is the answer to all of the questions. Every single question. So the whole sign language thing was this thing. I'm gonna show it to you. It was these moves.
I think I have to rewatch that.
Sure.
Just on the video as well, just to see if when it happened. I'm actually really curious to see when did that happen.
And it makes much more sense in the context of the song when you see it in the exact moment it happened. Because it's after the reinterpretation of the Michelangelo painting with God and Adam.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it with the fingers, digite.
There's a lot I have to rewatch. I can hear already.
Yes. So it was a lot, but so you see, in the theater we have this saying we always use. It's better to have more of something than to have not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. So if you have like too much of something, you can cut through it. You can get the essential and keep it as something closer to perfection. But if you have like not enough, you can like no matter how hard you press an empty sponge, nothing will come out.
Yeah.
See.
So now I'm also thinking back when you say you want to include everyone. Then why are you singing in Romanian as well?
Well, that's an advantage. Because, yeah, definitely, like no doubt. Because first of all, we're sharing this whole idea of the language itself, which sounds beautiful, and I think it completes the song really well. And if you want to check out the translation of the lyrics, you can get another view of the story that the song gives itself. But if you don't have the time or you don't want to pay attention to the translation itself of the Romanian lyrics, it kind of gets into the zone where it becomes a rhythmic section. It becomes the voice becomes an instrument. So I think it builds. These are little puzzle pieces that build together a whole bigger picture. And there's something that Mozart said about this. He said something like. A playwright, to describe this whole discussion we have here, has to write 1,000 different propositions, and you have to read them each and the other by themselves, and read every single one of them to understand the whole story. When a musician, a composer, can use 10,000 different voices and instruments and sounds at the exact same time, and you would still understand each one of them. And that's the way God understands the world, because he hears my thoughts at the same time with yours, the viewers' thoughts all at the same time, all surrounding each other, and he still gets the time to understand and act in every one of those situations.
So to take care of all of us at the same time.
Yes.
So it really does sound like you have more than one head full of ideas.
Yes, I can get that. Yeah, I can get that.
Do you think it will come to a point where you're like, you can't decide and you have to decide on something? But where you just can't decide?
Already. We have decided already.
You think so as well?
We have like 8 hours of rehearsals a day for this moment, because you can get evergreen with vacations. Wow, wise words. Wise words. You can't get everything with vacations. Yeah, but so as I said, we keep the concept. The message is the same thing, but the portrayal will be different, a little less complicated. So it can be understood easier. So that's the part where the national television comes in the story. So it was all my ideas in the national final, and then they came with their ideas, and we had some points in which we were like, that we should get rid of this, or we should definitely keep that, and some discussions. But overall, we found like a point where these two ideas of ours, they collide. And we can make something that will really stand out by itself. So I really do believe in this show, yeah.
So from what I can hear, everything's set. There's a plan. We're gonna win, right?
I'm saying we are trying to make the best impression that Romania has ever made, and I really do believe in this whole risk of picking a 18-year-old that many people have started talking about. I really do believe in the rebellion. I do believe in the youth. I believe in art for the soul, not art for two scrolls on social media. I do believe in standing out, and I do believe in
So,
this thing
really quick, you have seen what people have written on social media, or
I have seen most of the.
but you don't care about it.
The opinions. Oh, I definitely care. So I took advantage of this closure I have with the people, with the audiences, so I can fix the details they've remarked as bad things in the national final, and keep the things they liked. So and you can't be an artist without an audience. You have to respect the people that vote you, or the people that listen to you, the people that buy your stuff. And I really do believe that this respect is literally essential. So as I said after winning the national final, I do really believe that this year's Eurovision is gonna be rock and roll. Because this is a spirit. This is a spirit. It's much more than a musical genre. It's much more than a culture. It's actually something that flows in the air. So you can't beat something that's natural.
I mean, when I hear this, I'm kind of like, I don't even care if you do horrible. Even like, you sound like someone with a plan who's going on a mission and is ready to take anything. Like at this moment, I'm kind of like, he's gonna make us proud no matter what happens.
Yes, that's actually what I was waiting to hear.
I'm really excited to see it. So not long now, a few weeks less, and we'll be in Liverpool, right?
Yeah. So the whole thing is whatever you expect to happen on stage in my moment, the opposite.
That sounds awesome. Do you have a special message for whoever's gonna watch?
Yeah. So. As I said, the whole point of this thing we're trying to make, we're gonna make something that will really stand out, something that will be an evergreen, something that people years later will come back to and remember with a beautiful smile or something like that. I really do believe in art coming from the soul and finishing its way to another person's soul, because I think. Love is the answer to all of the questions. So this whole spirit, this whole package, the song, its story, its portrayal in the staging, these are not separate things, because you can share separate love from hate, but it's not every time easy to tell wrong from good.
Yeah.
So. As I said, if you do believe in this youth, in the way that we, the youngsters, as some people may say, we the rebels, we can change this whole world around with a finger beat, with spinning the globe and pointing whatever we want and coming to the point where we can get wherever we want in our lives. I really do believe that this whole thing we're gonna make will be memorable. This will be the rock and roll package that we're gonna make.
God. Bate cu bate.
Ok.
Mulțumesc.
Mersi și eu, da.